Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Ladies and gentlemen, on my channel, I'm always telling you guys, live an active lifestyle, make smart nutritional choices. Move more, sit less, right? Fight against that laziness. It's not about perfection, but about consistency, right? It's not about what you look like in the mirror, but about how you feel. And I've talked to you guys many times on this channel. I've done videos about this. What fitness and health can do for you, right? Making smart nutritional choice and living the active lifestyle. What it can do for our overall safety. And what am I talking about? So, I've told you guys in the past that you want to make your body like Bruce Willis in the movie Die Hard. That's what you want. That's what fitness and health can do for your physical body. It can actually make you tougher. It can make you, right, die harder. Die Hard, like the movie with Bruce Willis. You guys know that movie. In that movie, Bruce Willis takes all kinds of things, man. Right? He takes all kinds of beatings and gunshot wounds and stab wounds and burns and glass and, I mean, whatever you can think about. During the course of those movies, Bruce Willis had to deal with this stuff. And that's the title of the movie, Die Hard, right? Because he dies hard. It's hard for him to die. Same thing, you want to apply that same mentality to your body. Right? I've told you guys a story, right? Some years back, I don't know, maybe almost 10 years ago, probably. Maybe almost, yeah, about 10 years ago, maybe a little bit more than that. I was riding my motorcycle. I was in a really bad motorcycle accident. And I hit a deer, right? And I was going probably like 80 miles an hour, guys. This is no lie. This is a true story, ladies and gentlemen. I was doing about 80 miles an hour. And this deer comes running across. It's a one-lane road this way and one-lane road that way. And I see the car in front of me slam on their brakes. But I don't know why. So now, anyone who rides a motorcycle knows you cannot just lock your front brakes up or lock your brakes up because you can lose control that way. So I start to clutch down and I'm trying to decelerate the bike because I'm flying here and see what's going on. So now I'm going to run into the back of this car. So I'm forced to swerve into the left lane, oncoming traffic lane. But I still don't know why these people are slamming their brakes. So now I go to accelerate past them and I look over and I see a deer. That the first deer runs across both cars, the car and my bike, and misses us. But then I look over again and I see another deer now. And this one I don't miss. And I hit this thing, it was a huge deer with huge antlers, man. And I hit this thing like in the hind legs, right? Like in the ass end of it. And my motorcycle came to a dead stop. And I went flying off this motorcycle. I'm talking about, guys, I went flying, man. I was in the air, and then I hit the asphalt. And I must have slid for like 100 feet, man. I was just sliding on my helmet. My face was just rubbing into the asphalt. My hands, I was just sliding. I couldn't even stop myself. I was just sliding. And the whole time I'm on the ground sliding across this thing, I'm thinking, please don't hit a telephone pole or hit a guardrail or get run over by another car because I had no control where I was going. So finally, I end up stop sliding. And I'm laying in the middle of the road. This is why I came to a stop right in the middle of the road. And I sit up. And I had my helmet on still. And I had my jacket on. And, I had my protective equipment on, luckily. And I sit up and I'm kind of dazed. And I don't really know what's going on. And I hear screaming. And the people that were in the car in front of me that saw me get into this accident, the lady screaming and yelling, and, "Are you okay? Oh, my God. That's crazy." And I opened my visor to my helmet, and I looked up at her, and I asked her one question. I said to her, "Are my legs still there?" Because I couldn't feel anything. I could not feel nothing, and I was too scared to look down at my legs. So I asked her, "Are my legs still there?" And she said, "You look fine." And she goes, "Are you okay?" And I said, I looked down, and I saw my legs were still there, and I saw my arms were still there. Everything seemed okay. And I said to her, I was like, "I think I'm okay." And I went to stand up, and that was going to be the test. And when I went to stand up, everything seemed fine. And I'm looking around, and now other cars are stopping, and they're asking me what's going on and seeing if I'm okay, and do I want an ambulance? And long story short, even though I know I went kind of rambled on here, moral of the story is, ladies and gentlemen, nothing happened to me. I was literally fine. I had a little bruise on my hip from when I landed on the ground, but other than that, and a couple of scrapes and bruises, I was fine. I didn't lose a leg. I didn't break a bone. I wasn't even concussed. There was nothing going on with me where I needed medical attention. Now, once again, I'm not saying that I should not have gone and get checked out because I didn't go to the hospital that day. But what I'm trying to show you guys and highlight in the story is that fitness and health, those are the kinds of things. Me living the active lifestyle all the years, strengthening my body, my bones, allowed me to take that kind of, hit, that kind of tumble, and walk away unscathed. Whereas maybe another person would have had shattered bones and maybe even been paralyzed from that kind of collision, that kind of accident. I've also told you guys, I've been in 2 pretty bad motorcycle accidents in my life, guys, and both of them I walked away from with really nothing significant. The first motorcycle accident I ever got into, which was a couple of years before this one I just told you about, I ended up getting my whole back scraped open and my arm was all the way down. I don't know if you can see those darkness here. All the way down to the white meat. This whole area, the white meat was hanging out my arm here. And my arm was like a big bubble. It was huge right here. But when I went to the hospital, I was in the emergency room, right? They forced me to go to the hospital that day. The police and everyone involved, because they had all these rocks stuck in my back, they said. And I'm in the hospital. I'm in the emergency room. And the first thing that the doctor says to me, guys, this is once again a true story. First thing the doctor says to me when he walks into the emergency room where I was at, he says, "Do you exercise?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And he goes, "I can tell." He goes, "If you did not exercise and have the musculature or the bone strength that you have," he goes, "you probably would have lost your arm." That's what he told me, ladies and gentlemen. The first thing he said to me, that if I did not exercise and maintain that level of strength, bone density, and all this stuff, the musculature, he said I probably would have lost my arm from the elbow down. But that saved my life, saved my arm anyways. So once again, guys, proving a point that I'm trying to make to you guys here in the video is that you want to be like Bruce Willis in the movie Die Hard. And what fitness and health can do for you, it can make your body die hard, right? Where you can take more without dealing with this stuff or having significant injuries, or losing your life. It makes you more battle hardened. So ladies and gentlemen, this is another way that we can think about health and fitness. I mean, if you think about safety, like I just talked about, right? Safety for your physical body. We're talking about falls and accidents. Remember, I told you guys, people die from a simple fall in a shower, right? As we go through life, that can happen to you. You can have something like osteoporosis as we get older, especially in women. You can slip in the shower and die. It's happened, ladies. I mean, you can be walking down the street, trip on the sidewalk, bang your head and die. Break a bone in your body and bleed to death because your bones are frail. Your body is weak. Also, you don't have the coordination or the balance. Exercising helps on your balance, your coordination, right? That's why I told you guys about jumping rope. Jumping rope is all coordination and balance, is it not? That's what it is, timing. It works on those kinds of things, right? The coordination. So if we're not doing, physical activity, we lose that balance. We lose that coordination. We lose the toughness of our bodies, our bones, our muscles, our organs. All of these things, guys, we can protect by health and fitness, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what I want you guys to think about. It's not just how we look in the mirror, right? How we feel, I told you guys, right? The mental, right? I tell you the mental aspect of fitness, right? The immune system, right? Inside of our bodies, how things are operating. But also our physical toughness, how much our bodies can take, right? That's what you really want to think about. One of the aspects that people don't really mention much when it comes to health and fitness, ladies and gentlemen, it can make your body die hard.